Today, I'm going to showcase how I was able to fully automate my email newsletter creation and sending process here in Claude Code. So this right here on the screen is a newsletter that I was able to design using Claude, create all the content using Claude, and populate it all here in this HTML email file in which I can very easily send off to a large list of leads. All of the content as well in this email newsletter is very easy to populate. Essentially, I just gave it a lot of context about my business and about different areas to find information that it could potentially use to populate. And because Claude obviously has access to the internet, it's able to look at a lot of the common links that it could find a lot of the information to populate in this. For example, my school community is a big source of information, and so it's able to literally go into my school community, look at everything that's happening, and populate this email newsletter with a lot of that information. And because we're using AI, of course, we don't have to stick to some kind of a static template. It literally just takes the base template that we have and then just creates, in this case, this is a completely unique component that only this newsletter might want to use. And so therefore, we're able to get these much more customized newsletters that are really something that you never really could have done before. So for this video, I'm going to walk through my exact design process in using the brand new Claude Design tool in order to actually create this entire newsletter. Then I'll go through how I was able to give it access to my entire lead list and then be able to easily send out the newsletter to that entire lead list, but also in an intelligent way that allows us to reduce the probability of hitting the spam in the inbox. So first up, this right here is Claude Design. So it's a brand new tool that Claude released just a few days ago. And this is sort of a dedicated instance of Claude that is very well centered around design. So we want to use this to design our stuff. It's not necessarily for creating content as per se. It is mostly all to do with the actual design and styling and interface of what we're building. And this is great for logos, as I created a recent video about. It's great for landing pages and websites and everything. And it's also great for newsletters as well. So I'll create a brand new newsletter from scratch so you can see the entire process from start to finish. You can just search up Claude Design and it'll be the top link. I'll create a new project name called newsletter and I'll just name this V2. And then we'll just hit the create button right here. Once we're into Claude Design, we're gonna get this page right here. All we need to do is just go down to the bottom left and simply just describe the newsletter that we're looking for. If you do have a previous newsletter or any kind of email that you want to reference, you can very easily import the HTML or import the images of that in order for it to reference from, which I would highly recommend. Otherwise, you can also just prompt everything from scratch. So you can just jump into the box right here and tell it everything that you're looking for. And it will eventually create multiple different designs. So you're not just stuck with the first one that it generates. But otherwise, I would actually recommend heading over to Dribble. This is just kind of like a design website with a lot of publicly uploaded designs. You can just search for newsletter and just scroll through and just find a design that you might like to replicate. You can then just very easily take the image here. Then you can just add it into Claude Design and tell it to reference some of the styling elements from that. So let's say I like this newsletter right here. I'm just going to right click on it. I'm going to hit copy image. I'll then come over to Claude Design and Control V, paste it in, and then it should be able to reference that. And then very simply, I'm just going to type it and just say, please create a brand new newsletter for whatever newsletter you want to create. You will probably have to give it a bit of context about the newsletter, the type of content in the newsletter, what it's about, so that it can be a bit more relevant to what you want it to be. So if you do have, once again, a previous newsletter or a website or just anything, slide decks that you can upload for context, I would recommend that. So I'll upload this newsletter image and I will just tell Claude Design right here to create a new design for this. And I'll just tell it this is our old one. If I did have any specialized content or context that I wanted to give Claude Design, this is where I would do that. But obviously I'm just doing this as a mock example, so I don't really have anything for it at the moment. So very simply, all I'll do is just hit the send button and send it off. You'll see in the middle of the page here, we've got this folders tab popping up. So every image, every file that it generates and that we upload will all get added into this folder right here. So if you have used Claude Code before, essentially it's kind of similar to that. But obviously this is hosted in the cloud. This is not locally on my computer at all. At the moment, as this is going along, you can see right now, there's actually a lot of questions that Claude is automatically populating as it's thinking through the question that I've given it. And essentially it's giving us sort of like a question answer to sort of give it some more context about what we want this newsletter to be, if we want it to be the same design, if we want to have a different tone and feel. It's just given us a bunch of really good questions to get some information out of me as to what I'm looking for. So it's very likely that this will also come up for you as well. I'm just going to go through and skip through these. So I'm going to say it's the same brand. I'm going to say that this is a mixed email. And then I'm going to select decide for me for a lot of these as well. I want Claude to really be creative here and come up with its own stuff. So I'm going to tell it to decide for me on practically all of these, which is what I like to do. It's also telling me to pick an aesthetic direction or two as well. So I can actually choose one of these if I like one of them. I'll just select this one and maybe this one as well. And then once you're done, you can give it more context if, once again, you would like to give it more context. Otherwise, you can just hit continue, and now it is going to get started in developing those designs. All right, so that is now completed. We can now see on the canvas right here, if I go down and click on control and just scroll out a bit like you're using any kind of canvas software, here are 3 different designs that it is now created for the newsletter. Obviously, they will look pretty different than what I was using before, but it's obviously been able to reference this image right here and look at obviously the styling and branding of whatever this company is and try to do something here as well. Middle one looks a little bit out of place. I would say the left and the right one do look pretty good. It does seem like the newsletters have been cut off at the bottom here just a little bit. This has happened to me a couple of times. I usually just tell it to increase the size of each of these, and then eventually it kind of just shows me all the content. I'm not sure why there's a glitch. All right, I just told it to increase the size. We can see here it has increased the size just a little bit. Still looks like it's cut off at the bottom. Not sure why Claude Design fails to go all the way to the bottom, but ultimately you can just tell it to go down all the way to the footer. It should take us all the way to the footer of the newsletter. But yeah, anyways, you can pretty much just sit here and talk to it if you want to change stuff and add some content to see how it looks. But otherwise, you can pick a design that you like. And then essentially what we'll do from here is just tell it, I like the version 1 that we have here. Or if I like the version 3, I can tell it that I like the version 3 that it's created. And then ultimately, we just want to get the HTML file of that email to essentially export and use outside of Claude Design. So I'll just say, I like version 3. Can you give me the full file for this? And then I'll send it off. And ideally, what we're going to get back is just the direct HTML file for the version 3 right here. Essentially, what we have at the moment is just a big HTML file with all of the different versions. And here we go. We now have a new tab that's popped up right here. You can see that we've got the newsletter.html, which has all 3 designs. We've now got newsletter v3.html, which has got the single design that we decided to choose out. It is still doing some work on the side here, but ultimately what we now have is the direct HTML file for this newsletter right here. And essentially what I'm now going to do is just download this and then upload it into my locally hosted instance of Claude Code, which I showed at the start of the video. In order to download this, there's a couple of different ways that we can do that. We can click the share button up here and we can download the project as a zip. We can export as a standalone HTML, which is what we're going to be doing. But an easier way to do this, or how I like to do it, is just going into the design files tab right here. You'll then see all of the files associated with our current project. I'll just go over the newsletter v3.html, click on the 3 dots, and then just click download. Once that's downloaded, it'll just pop up in your downloads tab on Chrome or whatever you're using. And then you can double check that everything is here and working. But here we go. Got the entire template right here, ready to be sent in an email. So pretty much what I did next is I jumped into my AI operating system. Essentially, this is just one instance of Claude Code, which I've got a lot of context about all of my different businesses. I just created a folder in this instance of my Claude Code called newsletter. And then essentially I just dragged and dropped that newsletter template into this folder right here that it could then reference and then start to create these newsletters from. And so that is pretty much exactly what you're looking at right here. This is the newsletter template that I essentially added in here. This has been already populated, obviously, with a lot of content, as opposed to a Claude Design, which might not have any content populated right away. But updating that content is pretty easy. Essentially what I do is I just jump into my instance of Claude Code right here, and I just tell it to update the information or add the latest information for a new release. And then if I click the plus button down here, click the browse the web tab right here. And this gives it access to my Chrome browser to where you can go onto the school community that we have, look at and read a lot of the content, and then smartly populate all of that content into the newsletter itself right here. Obviously, this has all been written by AI. I haven't written any of the content that's here. And that's essentially been my process for populating the content. It takes only obviously a couple seconds. Just give it a good prompt as to exactly what you're looking for, and it is going to find all of the relevant information to populate everything top to bottom with all the most important stuff. So now for the most important part, how do we get this newsletter actually sent out to everybody? Well, essentially what I've been using is a tool called Resend. So this is kind of an email tool for developers. As you can see right here, that's what they call it. Email for developers. Essentially, it's an email tool that's very easy to access via API, which in turn makes it very easy for Claude Code to be able to use as well. And so I essentially just told my instance of Claude Code to start using Resend to send out these emails. And Resend has a feature called broadcasts. So if we go to features, down to broadcasts, essentially it's built for sending out emails or newsletters to big audiences. In my case, we've got an over 10,000 person email list. And so I'm able to upload the entire lead list or email list into Resend as an audience and very easily get the API or through the API, get that email sent out to that entire audience all at once. Now, you do have to be very careful when it comes to email sending, of course. You can't just send out 10,000 emails all at once from a brand new domain. And so there's plenty of tools out there that allow you to warm up your emails. Essentially, what happens is it does a lot of sort of fake conversations in emails to just warm them up and make it so Google thinks of these emails as being more legitimate or not as brand new as they actually are. And that will just help to reduce the spam likelihood in your emails from Resend directly. So I do just want to preface this. You do need to sign up for a tool like this. This one's just called Warm Me, I randomly found. There's lots of other tools like this, but you just got to sign up for one of them, connect the domain that you want to use for the email sending, and you will want to be warming up all the time, and you want to warm up for at least 2 to 3 weeks before you even start to send out the emails at sort of mass scale. As for connecting your email domain, you can obviously connect custom email domains to Resend itself. I've got a couple of domains right here. And essentially what I would recommend and what I've been using is just a subdomain of your main domain. So our agency is called inflate.agency, and I've created a subdomain called updates.inflate.agency. This is actually just what we use for our internal notification emails, not for our newsletter. Before our newsletter, we use mail.brendanjowett.com. And once you've added this to Resend, once again, because this stuff is all API connected through Resend into Claude Code, we can pretty much just talk to this entire system without even needing to use this interface. So I'd be able to jump into here and tell it to send off these emails by using this particular domain that we've set up already. And that is pretty much it for building out this newsletter system. I can now jump into this newsletter system on Claude Code every single week and tell it to do a brand new newsletter based on everything that's happened in the past week. It's going to be able to go onto the internet, look through my school community, find any relevant stuff, automatically update the preview HTML file right here. And then I can, once I've reviewed it, tell it to then send it off via Resend to our broadcast to that giant list. And I may have briefly forgot to mention that Resend has an MCP server, so that's how we're able to more deeply integrate into all of the different capabilities of. And so if I do /MCP in my Claude instance right here, you'll see that we have this Resend MCP server connected. So we get access to the 71 tools that Resend has access to when it comes to sending out emails and doing all of this stuff. So it's pretty extensive. All of this is pretty well accessible. So we can pretty much do anything that we want through Resend in our Claude Code instance right here. And in terms of installing that MCP server, once again, it's literally as easy as saying, please install the Resend MCP server. It goes onto the internet, finds the documentation related to the Resend MCP server, and just installs it on your computer. It's that easy. And once again, here's the email in my email inbox been sent from the Resend domain of mail.brendanjowett.com. And you can see exactly how this email would look if I actually sent it off to somebody to view. Anyways, I hope you found this video helpful. And just for my last note, I just realized that 90% of you watching this video right now are actually not subscribed at all. So I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the video. I've got a lot more Claude Code videos just like this planned coming out in the next few days. So if you don't want to miss those, subscribing means that you're going to be the first one to see those videos.